skills of students from various colleges who are judged by highly competent judges ranging from the judiciary, practicing advocates, and partners of various firms. Later in the ceremony, we would be announcing the results of the fifth National Moot Court competition by Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad. The winners will be awarded cash prize as well as certificate of merit. The cash prizes are as follows. The winners will be awarded rupees 50,000. The runners-up will be awarded rupees 30,000. The best speaker will be awarded rupees 10,000, and the team with the best memorial will be awarded rupees 10,000. We would like to we would like to thank our director, Professor Dr. Sarfraz Ahmad Khan, for his support, without which this event would not have been possible. I request you to say a few words, sir.
Thank you, Sana. And we just came to end of our 3 days gala event, fifth National Moot Court competition. So with lots of effort, all the teams who came from the different parts. So now we got one team who will be going to become winner of this fifth National Moot Court competitions. As I said in the beginning of finals round, indeed all the 5 judges who joined today for the final round, the teams were very competitive. Judges has asked them pertinent questions, and ultimately it was viewed by a large number of students also. So it's a part and parcel of the of Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad, where we believe that mooting culture is one part and parcel of legal education. So it was an excellent exercise, and the 3 days, entire teams, every team performed very well. The amount of preparation with which the team has come, it's marvelous. Like we 20 years or 25 years ago, we never thought of doing in law college this many. Neither there are this many number of moot court competitions were there, nor we used to go there at that point of time. So the present day students, they are much ahead than the older generations, even like us of 2 decades or 3 decades older than the young who joined here. So it was an excellent exercise, and it was a really successful event. So congratulations to the team who become winner, as well as the team who become runner-up, and all the other teams who participated, because everyone has learned something they will gain out of the entire processes. So congratulate to everyone, whether who win or otherwise also. And thanks to all the judges for taking time out of their busy schedule to come and judge this event. We entire half Sunday they have devoted for us. So we are indeed grateful to them, and we look forward to some kinds of support, the similar associations from all the judges in futures too, because we require their support in the Symbiosis. And again, congratulations to MCA for organizing this event successfully. So over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to introduce our guests for today. First, I would like to introduce Mr. Bharat MS. Bharat sir is a senior partner at Anand and Anand, India, and leads the Chennai City office practice. He currently serves as officer on several international IP organizations, such as co-chair, India Global Advisory Council of International Trademarks Association, etc. His practice includes IP litigation before Indian high courts. He was instrumental in successfully restraining unauthorized use of the famous Tirupati Laddu, a registered GI in India, apart from prosecuting GI applications towards grant for various national and international applications in India, including those for Bedige chilies, tequila, and scotch. He has repeatedly used mediation and conciliation as a means of resolving large-scale conflicts and IPR. Bharat sir has always been of tremendous support to us. He has collaborated with us several times in the past. We look forward to staying in touch with you and using your expertise, sir. I would now ask you to share a few words.
Thank you. Thanks, Symbiosis. It's my alma mater, and I was a student of Symbiosis between 1998 and 2001 in the 3-year course in Pune. There was only one, and it was part of the Pune University before it became deemed. So we were one of the last classes of law from the Pune University. Having said that, we I've been very glad, delighted, and honored to be part of this moot court competitions in Hyderabad for the last 4 or 5 years. Thanks to my dear friend Sampath Bulusu, who has been keeping us all in track and dragging us in to be involved in these wonderful sessions. Also, thanks to Supratim for a wonderful problem this year. Very quickly, my 2 cents before I take off for my next commitment is always ensure that you read the facts of every case law you cite, because the easiest way that the judges of the Indian courts or any court for that matter would throw you out is saying that that was on a different set of facts. So don't read only the obiter. So please read your case laws fully, whether those factual matrix applies to you or not. And secondly, whenever you are leading the court into an argument, you lead yourself into the argument rather than expect the bench to do the honors for you. So those are the two short observations for the day. Both the teams did very well. We are very, very happy to see the cream of the cream after 3 days of churning the curd that we've enjoyed. It's a great honor to be, sharing the dais with Justice Arindam Mukherjee as well. Thanks one and all at Symbiosis. Kudos to a wonderful another year of moot court competitions.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to introduce our next guest, Mr. Sampath Bulusu. An alumnus of Symbiosis Society's Law College, Sir started his career in the year 2001 in the chambers of Mr. M.V.S. Suresh Kumar and practiced at the courts of Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, and Maharashtra, and has appeared before the Supreme Court of India. He has appeared in several sensational cases, such as the multi-crore scholarship scam case, livestock insurance scam, cases pertaining land tenure litigation dealing with zamindari abolition legislations. Sir subsequently moved to in-house positions, worked with companies like Larsen and Turbo Limited, Gujarat Gas Company Limited, etc. He currently works with Shell Hazira LNG and Port as general manager in the legal department. Sampath sir has always been a constant part of all our editions of national moot court competitions and has been very supportive to us. We are very grateful for your support, sir. I request you to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Respected my lords, Lordship Justice Mukherjee, Professor Dr. M.V. Siju, my batchmate M.S. Bharat, my good old friend Supriti, Dr. Sarfaraz, faculty members, students, and participants. Well, Symbiosis Hyderabad, the Law School Hyderabad, I had the opportunity, by God's grace, to be associated with it even before the law school opened formally. So when it was just a building and even there were no approvals yet, the approvals were being processed, be it the BCI or the UGC approvals that were to come in. Since that stage, the initial stages, I had the opportunity to work. Thanks to my alma mater, and also I would, on every occasion, as I would always repeat, I'm fortunate that my parents sent me to Pune, and I'm fortunate that I got into Symbiosis. I owe to my alma mater as much as I owe to my parents. Coming to the National Moot Court competition 5 years back when it started, yes, this was a unique opportunity wherein we could meet all our alumnus. We all used to, when it was not the virtual mode, but we used to reach there around the inaugural or immediately after the inaugural. And some of the alumni would be judges in the preliminary rounds, some in the other rounds, and finally in the, and then till the finals. So what we used to do was, this used to be an occasion for us to get together because some of them, like Bharat, would not come to Pune, but then Hyderabad is closer geographically. So then we get to meet them. There were people who used to come from as far as Mumbai to Hyderabad too, because of the lavish campus that we had seen. Of course, I would not, last year I did miss it because I had taken a challenge of trekking to the Mount Everest base camp, and which plan I had already finalized by then. And, then came the invitation for the moot court, which I could not. And I wanted to throw that challenge on a personal level that yes, I can trek up to 5,500 meters height and more. So which last year I had to, unfortunately, with a heavy heart. At the same time, there has been a tradition from our alumni, which I'll again say that from the last 5 years, there used to be sweets, which as a tradition I had personally started, not boasting about myself, that all the MCA volunteers and the students and even participants and some faculty members used to have the famous G polarity sweets on campus. Last year, when I could not, Supratim and his younger brother Suplab, also an alumnus of our law school at Pune, had filled in on my part. So yes, this year even virtual suites cannot come in, and that is where I'm sure that is something which is lacking. Above that, it has been the lively atmosphere on campus for these 3 days, which has a festive outlook, and the excellent hospitality that we have been missing. This is something which we can't help it because it is force majeure situation, and we need to live with it and flow with the wind. Coming to the participants and to the students, I would like to repeat and say what we heard from our teachers. Barrister Bimal Chatterjee, a senior advocate of the Honorable Calcutta High Court, had come to a college when I was in the second year. While addressing our class, he had passed on a message, and it was a guidance for us, wherein Barrister Bimal Chatterjee had said that whenever you read a legislation, first there's a method that you read the general contents, read the title, applicability and commencement clauses, and then go to the interpretive clause, which is usually section 2. Because the interpretive clause, the more you read, is the dictionary to the act. Today, while we were looking at looking at the performance and the way the students were advocates were making their submissions, please don't mistake my words. It is just a guidance. We found that, at least I found that there has been some lacking on this part. And after you complete the interpretive clause, which you have digested very well, then go with the further provisions of the act till the end. And this reminds me of one of the founders of Symbiosis Law College, as it was known as in Pune, Honorable Justice B.N. Deshmukh, the former Chief Justice of Bombay High Court. He always used to say that when you read a book in such a way that you find that the book is speaking to you. And this is something which I would like to echo and again repeat what we learned from our teachers. Similarly, another teacher of ours, Advocate Sudhakar E. Awad sir used to say, one of the famous lawyers of Pune, used to say that if you don't cultivate the habit of reading and the academic touch towards law as a student, you will never ever do it when you enter the profession. Because once you enter the profession and you lack academic touch, you will only read for what you are being paid. It aptly applies. So students, please bear in mind that when you are reading a legislation, apply the principles what I had repeated of what Barrister Bimal Chatterjee had said. Similarly, what Justice B.N. Deshmukh had said, read a book till you feel that the book is speaking to you. At the same time, whenever you are citing case laws, His Lordship's Justice Mukherjee had rightly said that we need to, give the citations. Yes, in the older days, I still remember Bharat would also echo what I've said. It said, we used to carry books with us. It was not laptops. And in 97, 98, etc., we used to carry all those law journals in a big bag, all the way from Pune to those other locations where we had the moot court competitions. And then we ended up reading the entire judgment. We never used to stop at the head note or whatever little we picked up from the digest or other textbooks. So this is something which it's not just with your case. we have been seeing it over years, because when technology plays an important role, let us not forget the human mind is much superior to technology, because ultimately the technology has been derived by humans. So technology should never ever override you. With these things, I would say the last word, which again from my teachers, I would say, is that participation is something that matters. You may win or lose, but there's nothing like winning or losing, but what you gain is by participation. So if you win, there's nothing like it. If you lose, still you have nothing to lose, but then you succeed by participation. And that is what I would end with this. Thank you very much for Symbiosis Law School, Hyderabad, for uh, inviting me to act as a judge. And it's an honor being part of the five-member judge bench presided over by His Lordship Justice Mukherjee, uh, Dr. M.B. Sijo, Bharat, and of course, Supratim. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to introduce our next guest, Mr. Supratim Chakrabarti. Supratim sir is a partner in the Corporate Commercial Practice Group of Khaitan and Co. He graduated in BBA LLB in Symbiosis International University in the year 2008. He specializes in corporate and commercial transactions such as mergers, acquisitions, joint ventures, and general corporate law advisory. Sir has advised eminent clients in topics related to IT laws in India, including data privacy and cybersecurity related issues. He has also advised clients on anti bribery and anti corruption law related issues. Sir and his colleagues have played a major role in drafting the moot proposition for this event. This event would not have been possible without your help and support, sir. I would request you to say a few words.
Thank you. I think Sampath sir has actually encapsulated everything fantastically. So I will keep it very short. It's indeed an honor to be judging with my other brother judges, Honorable Justice Arinda Mukherjee, Bharat, Sampath sir, MV Shiju. It was really fantastic. Um, One of the things I would like to tell to everyone present here is that I think this is the fifth year in a row that I am drafting or have been part of the drafting process of the moot court problem. Right from the inception, we kept a conscious focus on tech and data when we worked out our problems. The reason is what we observed is that more focus is required from students on these aspects, because this is perhaps the tomorrow, and you would find a lot of interest, a lot of job opportunities around this subjects. So consciously what we are doing is building an ecosystem, because in future there'll be an army of lawyers which would be required to address tech and data related issues. Okay. um, what you are gaining therefore out of this competition is not a prize, not a prize money, but the knowledge, the reading up of these provisions of law, which perhaps you would otherwise not take up unless it's a part of your curriculum. So what we have done is made you read these provisions, and if you really like it, then you can take it up as a career opportunity, because in future there'll be a huge demand for this. There's already a demand for this. If you see in the pandemic situation, where otherwise there was a lot of dearth, job opportunity related issues, lawyers who were in the tech data space, there was a huge demand for it, and this will just continue and amplify from here. So my humble submission to all of you is take this up seriously. If you're really interested in your career, this will do wonders. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to introduce Professor Dr. Mr. M.B. Shiju. Shiju sir is presently working at SAR University, Chennai as a professor. Before joining SAR University, he worked as head of the department and professor at Christ Academy Institute of Law, Bangalore. A lawyer by training, he has done his LLB and LLM from universities in Kerala. He completed his PhD on the topic, the emerging international competition law, a third world perspective, from Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. He started his teaching career at the National University of Juridical Sciences, Kolkata. He was one of the rapporteurs for the high-level segment of the COP11 of Conventions on Biological Diversity. He is a member of the Green Growth and the Law Research Committee of the Green Growth Knowledge Platform, a joint initiative of the Global Green Growth Institute, OECD, World Bank, and UNEP. He is also on the editorial board of the Indian Journal of International Law and a regular contributor to the Oxford Yearbook of International Environmental Law. He is also associated with Daksha Fellowship, India's first fellowship program in law as adjunct professor. We thank you for joining us today, sir. I would now request you to say a few words.
Hi, Honorable Justice Mr. Arinda Mukherjee, my co-judges in the finals today, the competitors, my dear students. I can see that there is also parallelly a alumni meet of Symbiosis going on with almost all judges coming from Symbiosis. Anyway, I am not a student of Symbiosis. I have never taught at Symbiosis, but I have many good friends at Symbiosis. Dr. Sarfaraz Ahmad, your director, is a very good friend. And I am happy to learn that under his dynamic leadership, Symbiosis Hyderabad is emerging as a very good center for legal education in India. Dr. Bindu Ronald, Deputy Director at Pune, is also a close friend. Dr. Shajikala Gurpur was my external evaluator for my PhD, and I still remember the tough questions that she posed for my defense. It was a pleasure being part of the bench, even though I was a silent judge in the bench. I congratulate the Moot Court Association for organizing this Moot Court competition during these difficult times without any technical glitches. It was a pleasure interacting with you. I did not have to come to you for anything. You were coming with everything that was needed, and you were guiding us throughout. Regulation of technology is an emerging area, interesting area. Many people thought that in 1980s, when Professor Ubendra Bakshi wrote his book on technology and law, thought that he is speaking something which is Greek and Latin. But today we can see that almost all areas of law intertwined with technology, and regulation of technology, as already mentioned by many other speakers, is emerging as an important area of legal practice. So I congratulate MCA for taking up a topic, a moot problem in which is connecting the current pandemic with a very, if I may say, controversial law, a bill. And I congratulate Supradim for framing a problem which is very exciting. Many issues which can be argued on, which raises an interesting array of issues. I congratulate the teams. It was a pleasure listening to both your arguments, both the teams. I was amazed at the ease at which you were dealing with technological terms as well as legal issues. And I can say that Indian bar would be proud of you when you start practicing on these complex areas. It was absolute pleasure being part of the bench. I learned a lot from the interactions or the questions that was posed by the judges, not only from legal aspects, but even complex technical issues that were being asked. So I congratulate both the teams. We will wait for the results to be announced as who has won it, but I congratulate all of them. And I thank Dr. Sarfaraz as well as the MCA for inviting me and giving me an opportunity to be part of this Moot Court competition. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Next, I would like to introduce our chief guest for today's event, Honorable Justice Mr. Arindam Mukherjee. Arindam sir, is a sitting judge in the High Court of Calcutta. After graduating with honors from the University of Calcutta, he did his 5 years LLB from the same university and started practicing primarily in the High Court at Calcutta, mainly in civil matters, including civil suits in the original side, civil appeals, and revision in the appellate side, arbitration, and writ matters. He has appeared before the Honorable Supreme Court of India, various high courts and district courts across India several times during his practice tenure. He was elevated as the judge of the Calcutta High Court on 12th March 2018. I would like you to share a few words, sir. Sir, your mic is muted.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Thank you, organizers. I will give a special thank to the Moot Court Organizing Committee, obviously my co-judges, Mr. Bharat, Mr. Sampath, Mr. Supratim Chakraborty, and Mr. Siju for assisting me in judging this event. The organizers have done a wonderful job in organizing this program. The moot court problem was a very burning one, and which is going to be a burning issue in few years to come also. Special thanks to Dr. Sarfaraz Ahmed Khan, the director of your Hyderabad campus, for guiding you to organize such a good program. Coming to the moot court and its benefits, I will try to share few things. Firstly, I do not know exactly from which class or year the participants were, but those who appeared in the final round, I found them very impressive, because they were taking the problem, they had done their homework and tried to argue the matter as far as possible according to their own. Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
According to their own caliber. Now, lawyers, we find that mainly are three types. After passing out, some join the profession as arguing counsel in different courts in India. Few goes as in-house counsels in various firms and offices. Few obviously join the do not join the legal profession and take up jobs as law officers in different institutes. And a few come to the profession as teachers or professors. Now, whoever may be the issue which was before the moot court had helped them out. The viewers who had been hearing, they have also gained much by listening to the argument. And obviously, at the end of the competition, there will be a winner and a loser. Winner does not mean that it's a victory for him. At the same time, the loser does not mean that he has lost. The winner had stuck to his case. All cases cannot be won. At the same time, all cases cannot be lost. Now, there has to be a winner in one case who wins, but ultimately, when it comes to judging a issue, we take as a part of judiciary, we take into consideration the assistance which we have received from the councils, because they are to assist the court in coming to a right direction while deciding the case. Now, today's in the say 1.5 hours or about 2 hours competition which we find today, the participants were very good. I thank them, but with some caveat, I should tell or suggest them that only sticking to the brief. Hello? Only sticking to the brief will not help them out in doing matters when they actually appear before the court. You have to read the relevant provisions of law and collate it with the fact situation of your case. Only then you can be successful in assisting the court. Due to inexperience, the participants tried, but at a certain point of time they had failed, which my other speakers have already pointed out. I don't want to repeat that, but definitely I wish all the participants a successful career in future after they pass out. Now let us come to the hello.
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Your video is not on.
Video is not on. Just a minute. Let me check it.
Yes, sir, it's working now.
Yes. Now, coming to the last part of the competition, now I have been given the job of announcing the result. Now, first is the best speaker. This award goes to Orin Chakraborty of Symbiosis Law School, Noida. Orin Chakraborty. Then comes the best memorial. This goes to Indore Institute of Law. The team members of the said Indore Institute of Law are Astha Srivastav, Razvin Kaur Kapoor, and Ms. Upadhyay. Now, on the final of the moot court, the winner is Symbiosis Law School, Noida. Their identity number is 503. The runner-up is Maharashtra National Law University, Nagpur. Their identity number is 541. I wish all of the participants and the winners, as also the losers, a successful future life as a lawyer. Thank you. Now I pass on to the host so that the competition can be concluded.
Thank you so much, sir. A hearty congratulations to all the winners. Now, I would like to call upon Ms. Praniti Ganju and Ms. Aditi Srivastav to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Sahana. I once again thank all those present here for being a part of this event. I extend our warmest gratitude to our director, Dr. Sarfaraz Ahmed Khan, and our deputy director, Ms. Anuradha ma'am, for their constant support and guidance for the execution of this event. We are very grateful to all the help that they gave us throughout the organization of this competition. We also thank our esteemed guests for being a part of the valedictory ceremony. Supratim sir, Sampath sir, Bharat sir, Dr. Siju sir, and Justice Mukherjee. We're extremely grateful that you took time from your busy schedule and agreed to judge the final rounds and also be the guests for the valedictory ceremony. We also extend our warmest gratitude to the judges of the memorial rounds, both preliminary rounds, the quarterfinals, and the semi-final rounds. We also take this opportunity to thank the key team that has been working with the problem drafters to create the Brench memorial that was used for the judges' briefing. The members of the key team are as follows: Lakshmi Menon, Diya Mal, Priyanshi Kataria, Mohammad Asrar Ahmed Maz, A. Rajeshwaran, Smriti Rao, Krishnendu, Parth Saluja, and Jia Sinha. Last but definitely not the least, the members of the Moot Association who have worked tirelessly for several months to ensure that this event was a success. I take this opportunity to introduce our team. The registration team that has been working tirelessly ever since September, which is when we first released our competition problem, and the notification with that, they've ensured that all teams have been, all the queries of all teams have been addressed, and all the organization has happened extremely smoothly. The members of the registration team are Vinamra, Aishwarya, Vishwak, Sankash, Gayatri, Khushi, Sahana, and Amit. The technical team, without whom this whole event would not have been possible. Not only have they completely read through every manual that exists on Zoom, but they have been there to ensure that everything runs smoothly and any technical difficulties are dealt with utmost ease. The technical team was headed by Subratosh and Krishnan, and also had Sahana, Khushi, Gayatri, and Vishwak as a part of it. I now invite Aditi to deliver the rest of the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Pranati. We would also like to take this occasion to thank our judges team. They have been responsible for impeccable coordination and communication with all the judges for all the rounds. The judges team comprised of Naomi, Anushka, Subratosh, Jyotirmay, Diksha, and Kavish. Further, the tabulation team has worked meticulously to ensure that the results of all the rounds were released and calculated in a timely manner. The tabulation team comprised of Anvita, Rikit, Diksha, Suchint, Ananya, and Shilpa. We are also grateful to Hazi sir for all his help and support, our faculty in charge, and all the volunteers who have helped in the smooth conduct of the competition. Lastly, but definitely not forgetting to mention Supratim sir's help in the drafting of this year's moot proposition. Along with him, Supalab sir and Sneha ma'am were equally responsible for taking our calls and helping us with our difficulties with the problem and assisting the key with drafting the key for this year's edition. The past 3 years, the past 3 days have seen an amazing display of research and advocacy skills by the participants. We are glad to have been able to give them a platform through this competition. And we look forward that in the forthcoming editions, we see an equally good representation from colleges from all across the country. And of course, none of this would have been possible without the support of all the judges who've come in different rounds. So thank you to everybody again. With that, we've come to a conclusion of the valedictory ceremony. I thank everybody present here again, to the MCA for working tirelessly day and night for ensuring a good competition. So thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much, everyone. We will now be ending the meeting. Thank you, Sarfaraz sir.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah.
If the winners can just stay back, we'll just take pictures.
If the winners can switch on their camera, we can use it for our... Also, all the winners would be sent in the next day a Google form, which would ask for their bank details to process the cash prizes. Please fill that and fill that on time so we can process the same at the earliest.
I can't seem to find the speaker 2, petitioner speaker 2.
You can take a screenshot of both pages. Maybe they've moved to the other
okay, just
page
give me a
also.
second.